What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's time to dive into some new snacks, and for this video I'm going to be trying a bunch of different Clif protein bar flavors. Now Clif bars are really popular, I think, all over the world. They are famous for these energy bars or cereal bars, and of course they also have a protein bar line. Now I've never had one of those. I barely even ever had a Clif bar, but I've had a bunch of different protein bars in my life before, so I'm curious to see how these hold up and which flavor is going to be my favorite one. The perfect flavor to start things off is chocolate chip. In comparison to the other ones, it doesn't really get more classic than this, and I like the packaging. This is the signature Clif bar packaging. I think everyone kind of recognizes it, but let's see what the bar actually looks like. Okay, this really does look like a energy breakfast bar. You know, one of those homemade oatmeal bars? That's kind of what they look like. And even with packaging, I can tell this is what all of them look like. Now, in comparison to other protein bars, most other protein bars that I've had, they're kind of this protein dough and it's just covered with chocolate then. Now, let's see what the nutritious facts are here. One of these bars has 10 grams of protein and 250 calories. Okay, so that's about half the protein that these other protein bars that I was just talking about have. So, you know, it's definitely more of an energy bar with a little extra protein. Let's see. I love chocolate chips. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm a huge fan of the texture. It's definitely like biting into a cereal bar. There's a nice crunch. There's a nice chewy texture. It is a little sweet, but there's also a very pleasant hint of cinnamon. And the chocolate chips make it even more enjoyable, of course. I like this one, a little sweet for my taste, and especially considering that there's only 10 grams of protein instead of the usual 20 in here. I don't know if it's worth it, but if you're just going for the taste and a little bit of extra protein, this is great. The next flavor that we're gonna be trying is peanut butter banana. Now, what I'm looking for here is not just peanut butter. I want the banana flavor, maybe even small banana chunks or maybe even small peanut chunks. I don't want either one of the flavors to dominate. We need a nice balance here. Again, like I said, same look. Oh, there's chocolate chips in here as well. Didn't say that outside. Oh, okay. There's a big peanut here. I can see the peanut. I don't know if you can, but there's a big peanut. So I think there's actual peanut in here. It smells a bit like banana as well. Mmm. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I prefer this one because it's not as sweet. It's actually slightly salty, and that balances it out because there is a banana flavor. It is artificial, but whatever. The texture is the same. It's great. I like it a lot. And the peanut flavor, it's there as well. Mainly comes from the peanut chunks and probably a little bit of peanut oil, but this is great. This one is definitely better. Next up, let's try what seems to be the healthiest flavor. Let's try the oatmeal raisin walnut bar. Oatmeal raisin cookies are super popular. Probably this is gonna taste the same. I'm not the biggest raisin fan, but we'll make an exception for this one. They all look the same. Like if you line these up on a plate next to me without the wrapper, I would have a hard time telling you which is which. These are not chocolate chips. These are the raisins that I see in here, but it looks the same. I mean, like, girl, where's the difference? Wow, this one tastes like cinnamon a lot, and I like cinnamon, but yeah, it tastes like an oatmeal raisin cookie. It's good. Now, the reason why I actually don't mind the raisins in here that much is because they were chopped up. There's no whole raisin in here because I don't like the jello-y, chewy texture of a raisin, but like this, it just adds to the sweetness. And because I'm sure that a lot of the sweetness in this one comes from the raisins, it's not as overpowering as in the chocolate chip one. The chocolate chip one, as much as I love chocolate chips, it was too sweet for my taste. But still, in comparison to the banana, chocolate, whatever it was, the second one I tried is still my favorite one, but this one's not bad either. The next flavor is something a little different. It is white chocolate macadamia nut. I love white chocolate macadamia cookies. I hope this one tastes a little bit like that. Oh, wow, this one looks way different. Okay, I'd be able to spot this one from a crowd. Look at that. They added a nice little drizzle pattern. This looks like a healthy Christmas cookie. I love it. It smells like all the other ones. No cinnamon. I'm curious to see what this tastes like. I hope it's not too sweet because, you know, white chocolate, kind of like the chocolate chip. Maybe they just add a bunch of sugar and macadamia nuts. Let's see. Oh, wow. This one's really good, believe it or not, but it actually tastes a lot like butter. I don't know if there's butter in here or some nut butter, but there's a really cozy, comforting butter texture and flavor in here. Thankfully, it is not as sweet as the normal chocolate chip bar, which is what I was afraid of. So this one is definitely up there with my favorites. It is really good. It feels a little more like a dessert than the banana one, but hey, both of these are my favorite ones. The last Clif protein bar flavor that we're gonna be trying is crunchy peanut. Now, I am mentally preparing myself for this to literally taste like I'm eating a handful of peanuts and maybe a little peanut butter. Like this crunchy peanut butter, it's what else is there? It's just gonna be peanut. So let's see. It looks like there's more fat in here. Like it's way shinier and I don't know, I can see the peanuts. Let's give it a bite. Ooh. Yeah, as I expected, it's only peanut, but there's a lot of sugar in here. I can tell that they tried to balance out the dominant flavor of the peanut with sugar. And in the combination with all the fat from the peanut, that's why it's so shiny and sticky. Not my favorite. Probably towards the bottom of the list, but again, it's not bad. None of these are bad, especially if I imagine myself on a hike climbing a cliff, literally, and I have a nice little sandwich and then one of those is my desserts. Perfect. I'd be happy to have any of these flavors. But if I'm doing a direct comparison, the crunchy peanut is not my favorite one. With that being said, we have made it to the end of this video. Let me know down below if you've tried one of the Clif protein bars before. Which one is your favorite flavor, or what company do you guys usually go for when it comes to energy or protein bars? I'm curious. If I've never heard of it, I'm happy to try all of their flavors. If you think of any other viral snacks, treats, or pastries that you guys would like me to get and try for the very first time together here with you guys on camera, I will try to get my hands on them somehow and make it work. Until then, see you soon and take care. Bye.